Hello, I would like to share with you my story of living with and then ridding myself of the diseases Crohn's and colitis. My name is Richard Berkeley, and these videos chronicle my journey to ultimately beat and heal myself of these very diseases. My wish now is to help you or others that suffer from these diseases by letting you know there are ways to heal this disease without surgery or medicine that in the end will not only rid you of these diseases, but improve your overall health tremendously. So thank you for watching.
Hello, it's day 158. Been a while since I last checked in and reported to everyone. Anyways, some pretty good reasons for, I guess, not checking in that I have just been so busy working on so many different projects that I've really found it difficult to find the time to sit down and talk with you and sort of give you an update as to what's going on. So anyways, first and foremost, from a physical point of view, while the struggle still continues, certainly building back the muscle from all the loss, the weight loss and the muscle loss from the water fast is still playing a significant role in what I do and how I do it and how much energy I have to do it with. And so certainly something I don't want anybody to underplay. In fact, I wondered why, when I looked at all these videos on YouTube, why I never got a lot of feedback after somebody had completed their water fast and they said there'd be follow-up, but then there wasn't a lot of follow-up. So I'm beginning to wonder why. Maybe this is some of the reasons. Anyways, I want you to know it's extremely challenging, and it takes a lot of mental focus to continue on here, and I think that's one of the major points to be made as I've been making it throughout these series of videos, is that this is a real challenge and it's extremely difficult, and it takes a lot of mental energy to really continue to push forward with the change, because once you get rid of this disease, you need to dramatically change your life. And I think once again, something that's potentially misunderstood, that you are going to go from living a lifestyle that was probably conducive to creating your disease to getting rid of the disease, and then fighting hard not to go back to that same lifestyle, and sort of maintaining an appropriate diet and eating the right things and not falling off. And that's certainly something I want to talk to you about today. Well, it's way tougher than you think, and that's all I can tell you is I knew I would have to change my lifestyle. I just didn't know how much, and I've been happy to do it, but that doesn't mean it's been easy. Certainly with I guess being as focused as I am, and making sure I'm eating the right things, and I'm not being swayed by going out for dinner or stopping at a fast food restaurant. This has been significantly impacting my life in terms of friends and family, and of course everybody else is doing these things, and you have to try to find a way not to do these things while other people are doing these things. So I can say I do slip on occasion, and that kind of brings me to a part of the conversation here today where it was about 3 weeks ago I did slip. And I was at a private party with some friends and a barbecue, and I did pretty good through the meal, and then I thought, well, maybe I can have a drink. Now, the doc had told me I should wait for about a year before I start introducing any alcohol, but trying to push the edge of the envelope, I guess. And of course the problem with pushing the edge of that particular envelope is after you've had one drink you can have two, and your will sort of starts to mellow down. Simultaneously, though, your risk quotient starts to go up because, of course, you're drinking. And I did have a number of drinks, and frankly, way too many. And it almost took me 2 weeks to normalize my bowels back to how they were acting very well. In fact, I'll just tell you, it absolutely scared me. In fact, another reason I probably hadn't communicated up to this point, having to make sure that I could get it back under control. But it's just led me to a new discovery in that not only do I have to eat right, I pretty much have to be a walking saint in terms of not having any alcohol. And there's a lot of pressure with changing your lifestyle, and it would be nice to unwind now and then, and I've had to find new ways to unwind. And certainly I've gone back to listening to music and catching the occasional movie and those sorts of things. But, I guess once again, I just want to be honest with you that this is really, really hard, and it's going to take more than you thought, and even when it's over, it's going to continue. Now, everybody is going to be different, and certainly this is my case, but I'm talking about a 53-year-old who, has gone through what he's gone through, and I think anybody who's had Crohn's colitis and you actually get through the healing process, you'll find that your body is absolutely wasted and that you are physically devastated, even though, the disease is now gone. You've been ravaged for years, and have this new energy and this new life, and you'll be wanting to get back to things, and you'll start drawing down on that energy and those energy reserves, and quite frankly, you'll probably go too far. So I want to talk about that in my next video and sort of give you an update as to what going too far means and sort of what that's like. But that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you for watching my video. If you found this helpful or informative, please come to my website at www.colitisandcrohnsdisease.com, where you will also receive a free gift. Thank you.